Здравствуйте.
Well, let's do short version. Привет.
Привет.
А сейчас я вам покажу спальный район, где построен только один дом. И, разумеется, этот дом стоит не 100, не 200 тысяч. И участки здесь продаются не за 10, не за 25 тысяч долларов, а участки все там под 100 тысяч, там 98 тысяч долларов. В общем, и сейчас вы посмотрите этот спальный район, который не застроенный. Итак, друзья, сегодня я хочу вам представить своего коллегу. Он риэлтор из Келлер-Вильямс, его зовут Джефф Джонс. Также он блогер, и у него есть свой канал в Ютубе. Обязательно подпишитесь, в главном комментарии я дам ссылку, где он показывает мобилу Алабаму. Он также очень любит Алабаму. I'm gonna teach you how to say hello in Russian. Please tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, your education, you know, your family.
So I've lived in Mobile my entire life. That's 47 years. So, you know, got a little gray hair, But I've lived here my entire life. My whole family lives in Mobile. So we like to stay close. It's good to have family close by. But before I was in real estate, I used to play in a band and I traveled all over the world. I never went to Russia, but I did travel in all different places and played music, lived on a tour bus for many years. And then I started thinking, I'm gone from my family so much that I wanted to be home. I wanted to be home with my family and connect with my community. And I went to Keller-Williams because it's like a great company. And that's how I met Oksana.
Tell us about the lots. We want to learn how do we do it? How do we buy a lot in America?
Okay. So as you can tell, this house is absolutely beautiful. The sale price on a house like this, it's going to be between maybe $550,000 all the way up to maybe $700,000, maybe $750,000. It really just depends on the market. But this neighborhood, I've got the listings in this neighborhood. It's called Shadow Creek, and there are 14 lots for sale. And so what you do is you would find the lot you want. You know, you're walking through and you pick out, I want my house to go right here. You find the perfect lot that fits for you. And then of course it's got to be the right size house. So for this neighborhood, the house has to be at least 3,000 square feet. That's a big house, but the average lot price, and I brought my pricing, it starts at around, let's see here. It's going to start at $79,000. So to get a lot in here, it's going to be just over half an acre, 0.65 acres for $79,000. And then it goes up to almost 2 acres, 1.74 acres for $115,000. And then right down the hill over there, we have a property right down there that's actually 4.11 acres. Now it has some wetlands on it, but that property is going to be $99,000.
What do you mean when you say wetlands?
So the way this works with wetlands is you can't build on it because, you know, of the environment. You got to protect the environment. And also if you built on it, well, it wouldn't be safe for your home.
So who would buy a house with a wetland?
Well, that's the thing about this property. That's why the price is so low. It's because there's only about 1 or 2 acres that are good and usable land.
So some people don't know what wetlands are. Does it look like a swamp or it just soggy ground?
Soggy ground, I think, is a key. It doesn't always look like a swamp, but soggy, it also means that maybe when it rains, it holds the water.
Okay.
So it would not be good to build on at all.
So maybe for somebody who has dogs and he wants them to run free?
Absolutely. That would be a great idea. And if they had cats. Our cats would like that also.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Let's talk about taxes.
Okay.
What do we know about taxes in this area?
So in Mobile, the property taxes are crazy cheap. Super, super cheap. I will say, and I could have looked it up, but for a 3,000 square foot house out in West Mobile, the property tax, it's only about $1,200 to $1,500 for the whole year. It's crazy cheap, depending on where you live and the city limits and so forth. But it's just unbelievable. Other parts around the country are double and triple that. But here, it's cheap.
So if somebody is buying a lot, do you know how much they will have to pay closing cost or what?
Well, it depends, because if you buy it in cash, well, the closing costs are going to be almost nothing. If you finance a lot, there are a couple ways you can do it. You can actually have a builder that wraps all of that together and buys the land and finances your house into one closing. You can do it that way. Or you can finance the land with a local land lender, but often they're going to require about 25% down. So on a $100,000 lot, you might have to put down $20,000 or $25,000. So that's kind of how that works with financing. And then you're going to get what's called a construction loan. And so a construction loan, that's a whole different thing. There are a lot of moving parts. It can be somewhat complicated, but if you work with the right builder, they're going to come into a property like this, they're going to walk around, and they're going to go, okay, we're going to have to spend this amount of money on clearing the land, we're going to have to build up the land, and they're going to give you this price, and then they're going to give you a final price, but it's still going to only be an estimate, because you know what changes? Cost of lumber, all different things can change in the process. So a friend of mine is a builder, and he told me the price for a 4x8 sheet of plywood just went through the roof. So there are a lot of things you have to be aware of. I will tell you this, if you're gonna build a custom home, which is like this, with a custom builder, you gotta have some money to do that, because you gotta, think about it, the cost of your driveway. Then if you build out in West Mobile, you're gonna have to have a septic tank. You gotta pay for all that. Then you gotta pay to have power run from the street, the water. There are just so many expenses. That's if you're building a custom home, you're gonna have to have a little bit of money to do that. So, but just know that anytime you're looking at land, you kind of have to envision, what's this gonna look like if it's completely cleared?
Окей, мы изменили позицию. Вы теперь видите лес, кусты, траву. Мы слышим звук. Do you hear the noise?
Yep.
Construction.
So when you hear that noise, there are people working in the background. You've got bulldozers that are clearing land. That's a good sign, because things are being done, and sounds like that represents progress. So that's what they're doing. You can hear them knocking down trees. And sounds like they're putting on roofs also. So when you look at this property here, you can tell that it slopes down. So if you build a house on this property, then you've got to bring in dirt to build the house up so that the house is flat, because this house is going to be on a concrete foundation. So there are two ways to look at this. You could bring in dirt to build it up, or you can design a house that has the driveway going around back, and you've got a basement under that so that you don't have to bring in as much dirt. But either way, this is a beautiful neighborhood. You can tell it's just got nice trees. You've got some oak trees there. It'd be a great place to put a house, a lot of privacy.
Some people don't understand who would live in Alabama, and now I show them an intelligent person who lives in Alabama. Why you never felt like moving out to different state?
Number one reason, family. My whole family is close to me, so you want to stay with your family. But here's the other thing. In Alabama, there's a lot of that Southern hospitality, Southern hospitality. When I see Oksana on the street, if I didn't know her, I would look her in the eyes and I'd wave at her, I'd smile at her. See, people like that. We don't, when we pass each other on the street, we don't look down. We look up, hey, how you doing? That's kind of what we do in Alabama. Alabama is known as being a friendly state. Am I right about that?
Yes. It's a friendly state, and everybody has one or two guns in the house.
That's right. That's right.
How many do you have?
Well, I'm gonna I'm going to keep that to myself, but let's just say I am protected.
Good one, good one. So, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna teach you how to say goodbye in Russian.
Okay. And if they want to join me, now if they want to like learn a little bit more about what I'm doing or something like that, I guess just go to my channel. Is that right?
Yes, обязательно подпишитесь на его канал. Если вы посмотрите на Алабаму со стороны глазами американца, it's like Alabama from American point
That's
of
right.
view.
That's
Да,
right.
потому что он тоже делает обзоры домов, и ему это нравится, у него очень хорошо получается. Goodbye in Russian would be до свидания.
До свидания. I've heard that before. До свидания. So I'd love to have messages from people around the world. I mean,
Are you going to be able to give me information on your group to which you belonged and traveled with?
oh yeah. The band is called Big Daddy Weave. Weave.
Is it on Wikipedia or?
Oh, it's all over the internet. They've sold, more than 1 million records. We have a YouTube video with 45 million views on it with me playing the drums.
Okay. Subscribe, learn, support. Let's do like this.
Yeah. It's Living in Mobile, Alabama is my channel.
Yes.
But they can learn all about what I do there. And so, just Jeff Jones Agent.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Пока.
До свидания.